I see here that this is a very, very strong reading with 5 major arcana. Big changes coming in, and in fact, only one of them is in the reverse, and that's the Hierophant. So there's a lot to say about this reading. It does indicate there will be a return after a period of deep transformation. This probably is more applicable to someone who's been in no contact or low contact here, because this masculine has had a really hard time in the past expressing feelings. I do feel like that's something that he's been integrating his feminine energy, because we have to balance that. There's a strong masculine energy here. I feel like he's had more time with gentle feminine energy in his life. I feel like he has really learned some receiving skills, how to be in service, how to work with his subtle energies, although the masculine never seems to have a problem in that realm, but this is a different sort of energy. I feel like, oh God, you have the world twice. There's a big emphasis on the Empress energy in terms of receiving. And they're showing me like the full circle, right? You've worked on your masculine energy. He's worked on his feminine energy. And this is full circle here. And really, Spirit wants you to not doubt yourself and to know, even if it's felt messy or clumsy or clunky or disconnected, you've done such a good job integrating the lessons and moving forward on your path. Remember that healing's never a line. It's always a spiral, and it's always very much about coming back around to where you began and doing it again. They're giving me like the upward spiral and the downward spiral, and it's like you two kind of went like this and now you're going back like this, and that's kind of how it goes with healing in the twin flame journey, in my opinion. So I do think he had some positive feminine energy in his life. It could have been a love interest, it could have been friends, or both. And he needed that. He needed to be in connection with, they're saying, his insecure nature, because, you know, masculine energy in a lot of ways is very secure and it's confidence, and he needed to understand the feeling of being vulnerable, being in a state of not chasing and getting, but of the receiving end of that. And you took leadership roles in the way that you needed to. So whatever that was is great and perfect. You know, when we receive messages, it doesn't always make linear sense. We have to translate it and make it make linear sense. So there's a lot here about him being afraid of repeating past mistakes that he'd seen in his own family. You could have also been in that same boat. This could have triggered a lot of what you had seen modeled to you in your family. Sorry, when I get the big messages, I get air. And that really, they're saying, like, froze you both. It really shut you down. That fear energy is really tough to navigate. And you did a great job at it. Don't be hard on yourself. If you left a relationship, a marriage, or something behind, or you are going to do that on this eclipse coming up, they really want you to know that you're doing the right thing for you. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You're taking your time and thinking about what you want your life to look like. And that is really admirable. Okay. There's issues around worth and money. I do feel like he will talk to you about this. It's funny that the trash truck is coming right now, and you know, in a lot of ways, he felt not good enough for you, and this word trash is coming up with this money struggle. It's like, that's part of the feminine shadow, is the providing aspect, right? We see that a lot in coming up in 3D reality right now. The position that the feminine is in. And I'm not here to make like political statements or social statements. I'm here to read cards and what they tell me to bring through. So part of, you know, the leading edge of the masculine's energy driving this forward and allowing our frequency to raise is to integrate and heal this shadow aspect of the feminine. It's very hard for the feminine energy to be vulnerable enough to access the chaos, right? The black, the unlimited potential, while having to worry about securing the 3D. And we've seen the feminine struggle with this aspect in life, and the masculine kind of being oblivious to it. But now that coming back around full circle to, well, there's a quote that I heard, if you're not wanted, then you make yourself needed. Because we want to belong and need to belong, it's actually a physiological need for us to be loved and to be needed. The feminine has had to go through a period of isolation to understand the masculine's loneliness, which is coming to the forefront in 3D reality now, this loneliness epidemic. If they're not needed for money and the feminine's not needed for love or companionship, then what is the basis of this relationship is what we're looking for. So, you know, the twins are here to rewrite the paradigm of relationships. So we are deconstructing this reality and reconstructing a new reality. And in terms of you, Spirit says you've done a fantastic job navigating very difficult leading edge energies. And in their own way, the masculine has too. it does feel like in this cycle in particular, they've received a more difficult purge and revelation and reconstruction. I don't know why they're using those words. It's been more difficult for them to let go of how things have been. A lot of them clung to the past more strongly than the feminine did. And I feel like for some, it took them a long time to let go of karmic influences in their life. Some may still be clinging to remnants of like literally like a decomposing relationship. And they must go through that blackness, the void, to complete this cycle. It is very important for them to understand that the illusion of happiness that they thought is what relationships were made of, which actually just cloaked this codependent, unfulfilling structure, must be seen for what it is before they can have this tower moment and this cycle here. This cycle is ending. Very strong message here that this cycle ends when they recognize that what they've been fighting for is actually nothing. So there's a lot of shame around how they treated you, how they didn't. They know they did not give you what you deserve. They absolutely know for sure that they broke your heart in a certain way. Did they actually break your heart? It felt like it, for truth, But can you break your own heart? Or is this a process of breaking out of the chrysalis, is what I would ask. The chrysalis, when you're inside of this darkness, that's all you know. You don't actually know that there's light on the other side, and you have to destroy everything that has been your world. Such a deep message. Wow. You have to have the courage to destroy everything that you've ever known in that chrysalis. And, in the chrysalis, the caterpillar has to turn into liquid. And what is water in the tarot? But it's emotions. And he had to go fully down to the depths of the bottom of the ocean. I think some of them aren't quite there yet. But then to come out of the darkness and see the light, he has to go all the way back up to the surface. And remember that the spiral, right? The spiral down. You're spiraling all the way up, and he's spiraling all the way down. And then you two will come to meet. So the feminine had a period of reward, and the masculine had a period of lack. I'm sure in many, many ways that felt opposite, because it would depend on your vantage point how you see it. If you saw it from a 3D perspective or if you saw it from a 5D perspective. That means that in this analogy, the feminine was in air and then wands, and the masculine was in earth and then water. And probably in the next cycle that will reverse. So, you know, it is kind of interesting here in this Paradise card that we see these 4 elements represented. And we see the circle, right? It's coming full circle. We are coming full circle via the spiral. And, you know, inside of this, Spirit and Tarot just never cease to amaze me here. We see all of the flower of life, the circles, right? If we turn them like this and we looked at that way, what would that look like? That would look like spirals. We also see the 21, which is the 3, which is the Empress energy. Always remember, you are the leader and you are forever on his mind. Always and forever. It never changes, you know. He has to go deeper into shadow all the way. And it is you that is leading him to do this. The masculines have very strong power, very strong energy. The more that they resist, the more you persist on their mind. And yeah, there you go. Coffin, twin flame, karmic. Under that, the Tower in reverse, and Hand of Cards and Mask. So if they do not willingly take this mask off from who they thought they were and what they thought they wanted, it will be taken off for them. I do get the feeling for most that the karmic or them has ended a cycle, ended their relationship. I don't want to lose you. The silence is killing me. You're very intimidating. I'm taking responsibility for my mistakes. 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Magician. He is tapping into all of his spiritual power to make this transformation. There will be a reconciliation here, even though he's feeling very, very insecure about it. So here in the outcome, we have 7 of Pentacles reversed, Tower, contract in reverse, and then third eye chakra. Definitely has had his third eye powers increase. It's a very much an awakening card for me. This is the 9, the end of this cycle here. The end of the cycle of what he thought the ideal happiness was or could be. When he returns, there will be an explanation of why he did what he did, and I think taking responsibility for his mistakes, repentance. I will say that the 7 of Pentacles in reverse does give me pause. It may be an explanation of why he didn't invest in your relationship the way that he should have, and that he realizes that. It could also be that he still is holding back from giving you everything you deserve, and that you need to be aware of, okay? Just use your own discernment. Things could appear very different, and then he could withdraw again. That's not really said here. I wish that card was in the upright. Okay, thank you, Spirit. It's a lot of energy. So if you're feeling very tired and crazy and whatever before this new moon eclipse, just rest, water, meditation, baths, cleansing, purging, crying. These are all things that will help you move this energy through you. Incense, they're saying. Some of you may feel like you need Reiki or energy healing or smudging or whatever it is you feel like you need is leading you in the right direction. So if they weren't clear enough, we're going to get some advice now. We have moonstone cycles. So basically the third world card here. Selenite, yes, spiritual awakening. This definitely this tower and the black, and there was another card that was the third eye archangel, is definitely talking about this masculine probably resisting a little bit, but Metatron is working with the masculines right now. Brazilianite, flexibility. Emerald, compassion. So you can call these crystals into your energy field, work with them directly, just ask them to help you. That emerald compassion is really standing out as we are, what is it that you want to say? Being called to open our heart space farther and further and wider and deeper. Like the heart space is being activated. If you don't feel you're masculine as much as you have been, that's totally normal. They're feeling you more. They're probably having a very intense heart space activation. And that's reactivating this, broken heart energy within them. Do be compassionate to them. It's funny. I saw that card and now it's coming out. Oh, wow. Look at that. Horus, Cosmic Gateway, is working with you. So the third eye. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. I got this on the last reading too. Miraculous changes are occurring. Oh, and it has the Eye of Horus right there in the middle. Oh, wow. Isis, magic manifesting. So the two most powerful cards in the deck came out. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. I wouldn't be surprised if Metatron came out. Gaia. So we're grounding this down into the earth. And soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. So that's the love vibration which I was talking about last night. And then Freya, phases and cycles. So our fourth world card here. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So exactly as I was saying in the reading, the illusions are being crumbled. The crow is always messages for me. It was very present here in this card too. They have a lot to say. They just haven't been saying it. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Thank you, Spirit. So you can call those Ascended Masters in. I guess we'll get a dragon card too. And they'll work with you. As we approach Halloween and Semen, I don't know how to say it properly. The veil grows thinner and thinner. And this eclipse being so close to it's very intense. The Blue Galactic Dragon, I think it came out on the last reading, helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter the higher service. Fire Dragon, burns up lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul's pathway. And then the most powerful card in this deck, the Source Dragon, with the infinity sign over his head, attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. So this is the silence that the masculine has been enduring. It is Spirit's wish that you not disturb it right now. Black Dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You have passed the test. Very nice. Okay. I got chills over my whole body. Good job, feminine. Not that you need praise or validation from me or anyone else. Yeah, romance is coming. They're saying the drought will end. Okay, messages from your twin. Look deep within your heart. You will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of your life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, we must let go of resentment. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. Soulmates, my beloved. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. I hope that this reading has found who it needed to find. It was a more technical reading than I've been doing. I feel very strongly that Spirit wants you to know how very much your twin loves you, how very much you are loved by the universe, and to work on truly feeling blessed and abundant in your own life and validating yourself and radiating that out into the world. That's the best and highest good you can do right now. So thank you so much for being here. I love you very much.